So I can't say on average of how many people ask me about my hair. Well, it irritates me to the point I just want to, yeah. All right, so I'm going to be teaching you how to do a box braid, how to cut and remove it, and then apply a new one. Okay, let me get everything else out of the way here. How this information could be useful for you, it's to show you my culture and explain, like, you know, black girls and their weaves, but that's fine. And then, like, how much time is spent on my hair. So the whole process is about 10 hours, taking it out and then putting it back in. All right, so the takeout process is you want to cut about 1.5 inches from your natural hair. Now, where is your natural hair? It's fuzzed out by the point that it needs to be come out. So not where I did cut it. My natural hair is about here, but you want to cut about 1.5 inches away from that, just so you don't actually cut your hair. All right, and then how you take out the braid is I use my pick, whatever it's called, and I stab my finger and like pull down. It's kind of hard to do when your hands are shaking. Anyways, so like that's like how I take out the braid. I don't know how it's professionally done. That's how I do it. I don't know how my mom does it, but because she normally does it, but she's not here to tell me what to do. So it is a very slow process, but if you go fast, you might pull out your hair and end up bald like Chopper. And that's a true statement because taking this out, and I pulled, and I probably ripped out a good solid thing of my hair. Anyway, so now my natural hair is out, and it looks pretty disgusting, doesn't it? Yeah, it's because the wax is still in it from the previous braid. And the wax process takes about hours to get out because you have to wash it with about 1.5 bottles of shampoo and a comb that will not break because this thing turns to rock. All right, so then since my wax is already in there, you just want to part it into 3 parts, and it still kind of is in there from the previous braid. All right, now you want to grab your fake hair, and I just use blonde so you can see what I'm doing, and short so I don't have to do this whole thing, and we don't have enough time for that. So you just kind of want to eyeball it because there's many different sizes of braids. There's thick braids, and there's medium, and there's small. I use the small braids just because it's easier. And you want to grab your beeswax. This is the wax I use. I don't know what the professionals use because, you know, no one has that much money to do that. So you want to grab your wax, and you want to place it on the end in the middle of your braid. Well, your fake hair that's going to be turned into your braid. So you can work with it more. And it's a wreck. There's going to be hair all over here, so sorry for the next person who's going. This wax is very, it's waxy, obviously, but it just makes it more easier to work with the fake hair so it's not poofed out, and then waxed. You can tell where I'm going with this. All right, and then you want to rip that apart and then cross them to where you'll end up actually having 3 strands. Yeah, all right. And then, so then placing it into your hair is the tricky part. You have to go, I'm sorry, I need the mirror here. You have to go under your natural hair, and you have to hold it down, and then find your 3 strands, which obviously I cannot do right now. Your 3 strands while holding it down, and then you have to start braiding. And it's very tricky because you still have to hold it down, and if you let go, then it will fall out, and then you'll have to start over. So hopefully that does not happen. All right, and then now that it's hooked, then you can just start braiding. And mine is actually very loose. Sorry if you guys can see over there. It's very loose just because I'm not a professional at it yet. And so like I'm still at the process of working at it. But then it's just an easy braid down from here on. You just have to make sure you braid in your natural hair because you can tell where it's at because the darker strands and then the blonde. And then you just braid. And this process goes, I've been doing this since the 8th grade. So if you see my hair in middle school, you would understand why I wanted to change it. It's pretty rough. But so you have hours of sitting there with your butt going numb, neck pain, and a woman pulling at your hair. It's absolutely awful. All right, so now that we're at the end of the braid, you just want to combine all 3 strands, and then you just want to find a piece of hair and separate it from everything else, and then wrap that around the braid and your index and your thumb, and then pull it through, and then that's how you tie your knot, and your braid is done. So that is, so today I showed you how to cut and remove a box braid and then place one in. I think this information is useful for you guys to just know how it's done and like how much time and effort I put into my hair, and hopefully no one will try this at home. Thank you.